right, good morning. Thanks for joining us at 7. I'm Tracey McCain.
And I'm Nicole Nalepa in for Caitlin Nuclo. And you are watching Eyewitness News right here on the Wax on this Monday. And it is a really big day for the UConn women as they get ready to hit the court to try and punch their ticket to the Sweet 16.
All right, it's also a big day because we have issued a first alert. So let's get right to meteorologist Jill Gilardi with a check of your forecast. Hello, Jill.
Hello.
And happy birthday.
Thank you.
Yeah, yesterday.
Yes, yesterday it was. And yesterday it wasn't too bad in the weather department, but
You got to get outside and enjoy some things?
well, I fed birds and, cleaned feeders, but
That sounds very zen.
and I took a nap, and then I watched some. Of course, I had to watch the men play,
Right.
and then you get caught up in all the other games. You know how it goes. But today, it's a little bit of rain, a little bit of sleet, a little bit of snow. Not a lot, though, but enough to maybe slow you down on the roadways. We have more to come, though, more wet weather. So it is going to be one of those mornings as we go through later this morning. The commute is going to be pretty wet. There's going to be poor visibility, and there might even be a few slick spots. Not impossible across northern Litchfield County, where a winter weather advisory is in effect now through about 10 o'clock this morning. But the precipitation across this zone has kind of let up, so that's good news there, where we're seeing a little bit of a frozen precip, where you get a little bit of sleet, maybe a few snowflakes. That chance across southern Windham County, but then quickly flipping over to rain. And it's a light to moderate rain that has now developed across southern Connecticut, North Branford, Guilford to Clinton, all the way up through about New Britain, close to Newington and Rocky Hill. Not so much up towards, say, Hartford, but nonetheless, yeah, you've got some rain coming down. In the next hour on First Alert Future Scan, you can see that rain targeting the east and southeastern part of the state. So again, not everyone going to be dealing with it, but the rain is certainly coming down right now in Old Saybrook, and we have quiet conditions for now up towards, say, Torrington. It is breezy out there, so it will feel cooler. Temperatures are above freezing, so anything that does fall would primarily just melt. So the day ahead does feature more rain on the way, which could become heavy at times. I'll time that out for you coming up a little later in your First Alert forecast. Caitlin?
All right, thanks, Jill. Good morning, everyone. We're approaching 7:03 here on your Monday, and I'm following a first alert here for you. We were covering this over on Channel 3 just a short time ago, but in New Haven, 95 northbound between exits 44 and 46, we do have lane blocked off. Heavy emergency presence here on scene, and unfortunately, we're dealing with pretty substantial delays. So if you're traveling from West Haven into New Haven here this morning, backups are about 2 miles long. And again, we do have that lane closure here off to the right-hand side. So we're working to get some more updates from police on what's exactly happening, but we do know that there's a crash, and that's causing some significant delays. Live look outside in Hartford on 91, Middletown along Route 9. We're getting some damp roads there. Here in Waterbury on 84, and some wet roads here in Meriden, 691 east and westbound. No other issues, but again, give yourself some time as you're heading out the door if those roads are wet. About an hour-and-a-half ride down through Fairfield County, 95 southbound, and the Parkway. Let's quick check at your Connecticut Chevy First Alert traffic report driven by your Connecticut Chevy dealers.
All right, thanks, Kate. The UConn men, they suffered a tough loss in the NCAA tournament, but the madness of March continues for the women's team.
Your reporter, Roger Susanen, is live outside Gamble with a preview. And Roger, the fans are in line for a game that doesn't start until later tonight.
Yeah, that's right. The UConn women known for their incredible determination. And I'm not talking about the basketball team. I'm talking about the fans. Woo! These ladies have been here since 2 p.m. yesterday. And yes, tonight's game doesn't kick off for 8 p.m. Hannah, you're one of the ringleaders here, a senior. Why get there so early for this big game?
We gotta be front row, man. That's the only way to do it, especially for the last game.
What are your emotions, no matter what happens tonight, and we are expecting a big W? Of course. What are your emotions, the last game for you at Gamble Pavilion? I mean, it's Paige Becker's last game, and it's Hannah's last game.
It's very emotional. I've made so many great memories here at Gamble, whether it's here on the sidewalk or inside, courtside,
I know it. And ladies, they call it the big dance, and you have been doing some dancing. Let me see some moves here. Show us this move and tell us about it.
Okay. All right, guys. 5, 6, 7, 8. Hey, 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 hey. Woo!
Yeah, this is just proof that the UConn superstars are not just on the court, they are also going to be in the stands. We are going to know that tonight, 8 o'clock, the women take on South Dakota State for the right to make the Sweet 16. We know the players are hype, and the fans are ready to get them going. Right,
That's what I'm talking about. Go Huskies!
Go Huskies. UConn!
Huskies!
You can't top it. They are the best of the best. Hannah, Jennifer, Michaela, the whole crew. We are ready for tonight's game here at UConn. Reporting live on the campus at Soares, I'm your reporter, Roger Suzanne. And Channel 3 Eyewitness News, I'll send it back to you.
And they are our reporters there at Gamble, I guess,
Yeah,
right?
you gotta love it.
Awesome.
That's right.
Awesome stuff. Thanks, Raj. Well, on the men's side, as you know, the quest for a historic three-peat came to an end last night when the Huskies fell to the Florida Gators by a final score of 77-75.
Yeah, a tight game there. Your sports reporter, Mark Robbins, was courtside in Raleigh and wraps up a very tough loss.
There won't be a third straight national championship for the Huskies, and their 13-game tournament win streak has been broken. But it's the broken hearts in that UConn locker room after the loss to Florida that is going to stick with me for quite some time.
All 13 of these guys in this locker room mean the world to me. Yeah. All 13 of these guys in this locker room mean the world to me. The whole coaching staff, every single manager, to the trainer, to everybody throughout UConn, the whole support staff, everybody.
It's tough right now. I love this program. I love this jersey. I love everything about it.
I do know that all of us fought. We've had a lot of lows this season. Every time we fought and we've come back, and I mean, that's what it's about. It just happens sometimes. Very proud of everybody here.
Love these dudes, man, like A.K., Haas, Sammy, Liam, Solo, like everyone poured in so much to this program, and just you hate to go out like this.
These kids certainly played for the love of the game and love of their school, and that's really all you can ask for. Your sports reporter in Raleigh, North Carolina, Mark Robbins, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
We are your home for the UConn Huskies. Stay with Channel 3 throughout the NCAA tournament.
And Joe Zone, seen there, will be continuing live coverage tonight from Soares, so make sure to tune into that.
All right, it's also a big week for two Connecticut hockey teams. The UConn Huskies are getting ready to make their first appearance in the NCAA hockey tournament. The Huskies hit the ice this Friday, taking on a tough home state opponent, Quinnipiac. The Bobcats won the national championship in 2023. Friday's matchup is in Allentown, Pennsylvania. That puck drops at 5 p.m. Right now to an alarming story out of Florida that has ties to our state. We need to warn you here, the details of this case are very hard to hear. Police tell us a young boy has died from alleged abuse by his mother and her boyfriend. They believe the boy was restrained with duct tape while the couple allegedly dropped a 10-pound weight on him. He was taken to the hospital because he was suffering from cardiac arrest. He died on Friday, and police tell us the boy's father lives in Connecticut and his family is from here. Police arrested both the mother and boyfriend, and there will be a vigil for the child next week.
Unfortunately, the hard stories don't stop there. Let's take you to East Hartford, where this is quite a heartbreaking and disturbing case. Police say that they are trying to find out who left a dead dog in the trash. It was actually a puppy. The dog was under 10 weeks old, and we're learning that it had been shot as well. So police are telling us that they found this puppy's body right near a wooded area near Forbes Street, and that this is the second report of a dead dog in less than a week. Police ask anyone with any information to give them a call.
In Waterbury, the woman accused of holding her stepson captive is in court this week. Lawyers for Kimberly Sullivan tell us they expect her to plead not guilty on Wednesday. She's accused of holding her stepson in a small room for over 2 decades with little food or water. Police say the man set a fire in order to escape earlier this month.
Staying in Waterbury, a 12-year-old is now facing a hate crime charge after allegedly attacking Muslim students at a middle school. And we know that the incident happened earlier this month at Wallace Middle School. Police tell us several students attacked a pair of Muslim twins right inside of the girls' locker room, and that investigators determined that they were motivated by religion or ethnicity, and that met the definition of a hate crime. Another 13-year-old student had been referred to a youth diversionary program instead of being arrested.
Breaking overnight, Israel continues strikes into Gaza, this time attacking one of the largest area hospitals. The health ministry says 2 people were killed, including a 16-year-old patient and a Hamas politician. Officials say the strike comes after the facility was overwhelmed with injured patients when Israel resumed the war with a wave of airstrikes last week.
And good morning, everyone, on this first alert weather day, mostly for wet travel conditions, though you might see a little bit of a light sleet or snow inland Connecticut, but it's primarily just all rain down to the south. So wet travel conditions out there. We're tracking 37 degrees in Windsor Locks. Temperatures are above freezing, so that's good news there. So anything that does fall that's frozen would melt as soon as it reaches the ground. But wet weather, it's only going to ramp up before settling down later on today. So expect it to be kind of a dreary day, going to get windy out there, feeling colder with more wet weather on the way. I'm tracking it coming up here very shortly in your first alert forecast.